Hello, watchers. My message is very specific tonight. I asked Michael to give me another chance before he ran me inside. And so this is my message. May 1st is what witches used to call a long time ago the spring witch moon. And what it just really means is that magic is renewed, everything gets renewed in spring, even magic. The seeds you plant now are what your harvest is going to be. So if you plant negative seeds, expect a negative harvest. If you plant positive seeds, expect a positive harvest, And if you don't plant any seeds, expect nothing. And if you do plant seeds in God. Plant seeds in the living Christ, honey. Magic is His originally. It's us who have corrupted it. That term spring witch, it just came to my mind today. Like, what does that even mean? And when I Googled it, it's about this moon today, on May 1st. It's a spring witch moon. And covens a long time ago, this was their Sabbath, one of their Sabbath days, where magic is renewed. I don't know why I know that, but I do. It scares me a little bit because, I'm for God. It is God that has shown me that in another lifetime, which I didn't believe in either, until I had a very weird deja vu with some ladies I'd never met back when I was in college down in the South. But anyway, God showed me in another time that I may have been a witch. More than one lifetime too. And that scares me a little bit because, I don't want to be the villain in God's story. I tell him, listen, strike me down. Stop me now if this is not your will, Because hell is hot. Hell is hot. And this is how hot hell is. I don't know why Hollywood be serving up so much bullshit about hell. I'm telling you, hell is far worse than you really know. And I don't want to be there. I don't. I won't. Because here's a little test. Here's a little test about how hot hell is. Now, how many degrees does it take to burn flesh, human flesh, to ash? Whatever degrees that is, hell is much hotter than that. Okay? So I want you to point to your brain, point to your eyes, point to your nose, point to your mouth, point to your throat, your heart, your stomach, your knees, your feet, your sacral, your ears, your third eye. Did you point to all of those places? Now point to your soul. Where is it? Where's your soul? Because the soul is not flesh. The soul is energy given by God. So if it takes a certain degree, a high temperature to burn up flesh, imagine the temperature it takes to burn a soul. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. You know? And that's some little math for you. Some divine math for you. Because to me, the way I'm fearing what's coming, I'll fear God first. I'll fear God first. Obedience, submission. I will fear Him first. Because hell is hot. Fire and brimstone, honey, is the cliff notes on that shit. I kid you not. I kid you not. I'm shaking. I fear God. I fear God. And you know who writes your name in the book of life? Not God. You write your name in the book of life. That's divine knowledge right there for you. You write your name in the book of life. When He opens it, it should be there. Now you can believe what you want. But you better have your name in that book when it opens. And if you don't, no one's going to feel sorry for you. No one. No one. Because it was preordained for destiny to play out this way. Now, God gives us choices, but we still have to choose. We still have to choose what we do every day in our lives. Every day. So that term, spring witch, just sprung into my head today. And I was like, what does that mean? It's this moon. A long time ago. Spring witch moon. The spring witch is coming in 3 days. I don't know why I know that, but I do. I know a lot of other things too. Because I've dove into my shadow. There are things coming in where I see myself in other times. And I'm like, is this your imagination? Is your mind playing tricks on you? Do you need another psyche valve? But something about them is just so real. Like, I see myself. I see my face. I see my eyes. I see my smile. About a week or two ago, I want to say 3 weeks, suddenly this image flashed in my head. I was this woman. I was tall, I was light, but I still had the same face. I was dressed very nicely. My umbrella matched my outfit. You know, I was some type of aristocrat or something, or someone. And I was walking in the park, and it was this couple with these two little kids. And these kids were so unruly that it pissed me off. And I changed those kids into ducklings. I changed them into ducklings or something that looked like dumplings, and their parents started screaming because I was a witch. And there's a part of me that still wants to laugh about it, you know? But no, there's so many stories I need to tell, because even if these things happened or not, God has still shown me the lessons of those lifetimes in this one. And I know my name too, but I won't say it. I did some uncouth things. I was a wickedy witch. That witch version was wickedy. Wickedy. And I still see those kids changing into ducklings. Their arms like bending over, forming a bill, and their parents screaming because they don't know what was happening. But what I did was more of an optical illusion. You know, like I don't know how to explain it. Like, I reached into some quantum field, and they started changing right before my eyes. And I started laughing. I was cracking up. I enjoyed it. And that's not good. That's not good. But, oh well. I hope they changed back, because I don't even remember seeing that. But it's, you know, whether it's real or not, true or not, these things that I see keep coming in. Don't be a wickedy witch. Don't choose to plant negative seeds, because what happens is, if you plant negative seeds as a witch, the vines will grow up and they will entangle you and choke you to death. I've seen it happen. To one of my sisters from another lifetime. But anyway, I don't want to be the villain in God's story, but He's allowing me to speak about these things, and so I must, because there were lessons in those things. The lessons. And I guess I'm recalling them in this lifetime because, you know, there is magic in my blood. I'm aware of it.